When you're out on the road in an RV, having the right tools on hand isn't just about convenience. It's about being prepared for the unexpected. Over the years, I've learned that there are certain tools that no RV owner should ever leave home without. Whether you're a weekend warrior or living full-time in your rig, these 10 essentials can save your trip from turning into a costly headache. In this video, I'm going to walk you through my personal must-haves, the tools I've used time and time again that make RV life safer, smoother, and a whole lot less stressful. Let's get into it. One of the most overlooked but absolutely essential tools in any RV toolkit is a good quality torque wrench. I use mine regularly to check the lug nuts on the wheels. Over time, road vibration can cause them to loosen, and the last thing you want is a wheel problem in the middle of nowhere. The beauty of a torque wrench is precision. It lets you tighten bolts to the exact specs recommended by your RV manufacturer without over-tightening or underdoing it. This is especially critical after tire rotations or if you've had any work done on your suspension. I keep mine in a secure case right in my storage bay and make it a habit to check torque before any long haul. Make sure you get one with a wide range that covers your lug nut specs and invest in a reliable brand. It's not an area to cut corners. A click-style torque wrench is my go-to, and I always keep the matching socket set handy. It's one of those tools that pays for itself the first time it prevents a serious issue. Tires are the foundation of safe RV travel, and a digital tire pressure gauge is the easiest way to stay on top of them. I used to rely on those old analog stick gauges, but switching to digital was a game changer. The readings are more accurate, easier to read, especially in low light, and they usually give PSI to a decimal point. I check my tire pressure every travel day, and sometimes even more often depending on the weather. Temperature swings can mess with your PSI, and underinflated tires can lead to blowouts. Poor gas mileage and uneven wear. I like a gauge with a backlit display and the ability to handle high pressure, since RV tires typically run much higher than your average car. Bonus if it has a built-in air release valve for quick adjustments. I keep mine in the driver's side door pocket for quick access during pre-trip checks. It's small, reliable, and one of those tools that helps me sleep better knowing the rig is road-ready. RVs are full of surprises, and most of them involve a screw coming loose somewhere. That's why a solid multi-bit screwdriver set is always within reach in my rig. I'm talking about a handle with interchangeable bits, flathead, Phillips, square drive, star, and even hex. The variety is important because RV manufacturers love using all kinds of fasteners. Whether it's fixing a loose cabinet door, tightening an electrical panel, or doing quick work on a vent cover, this tool has you covered. I prefer a magnetic bit holder so the bits don't fall out during use, and I like ones with a stubby handle for getting into tight spaces. Some sets even come with a ratcheting action, which saves your wrist when you're working overhead or on awkward angles. The key here is portability and convenience. I keep mine in a drawer inside the coach for fast fixes without having to rummage through the basement bins. It's not the flashiest tool, but it's probably the one I use the most. Power can be unpredictable on the road, and having a heavy-duty extension cord matched to your RV's amp rating is a total lifesaver. I've been in situations where the power pedestal was just a bit too far, or I needed to plug into a friend's garage outlet in a pinch. A quality 30 or 50 amp extension cord gives you that flexibility without risking a voltage drop or overheating. This isn't your average hardware store cord either. You want one that's made for RV use, with thick weather-resistant insulation and molded ends that hold tight. Length matters too. I carry a 25-footer, which has saved my bacon more than once. Be sure to match the cord gauge to the amperage, and don't cheap out. Poorly made cords can cause fire hazards. I always keep mine coiled neatly in a storage tote with the appropriate surge protector and dog bone adapters. It's one of those tools that lets you park where you want, not just where the cord reaches. City water pressure can vary wildly from campground to campground, and too much pressure can damage your RV's plumbing in no time. That's where a water pressure regulator comes in. This little device screws onto the water spigot before you connect your hose and ensures that pressure stays within a safe range, usually around 40 to 50 psi for most RVs. I started with a simple fixed regulator, but I've since upgraded to an adjustable model with a built-in gauge, which lets me dial it in based on the campground's water flow. It saved me from bursting pipes, leaky fittings, and all kinds of water headaches. I also recommend using brass regulators. They're more durable and resist corrosion better than plastic ones. It's a small, inexpensive tool that takes up almost no space, but delivers a ton of peace of mind. I keep mine attached to my hose at all times, so I never forget to use it. Trust me, this is one of those tools you'll wish you had the first time you hook up to a high-pressure spigot. Sewer hookups are never glamorous, but they're a fact of RV life. A good sewer hose support takes a lot of the frustration out of the process. It keeps your hose elevated and angled properly, which helps waste flow smoothly from your rig to the sewer inlet without any pooling or backflow. This is especially important on sites where the connection point is higher than your outlet or off to the side. I use an accordion-style plastic support that stretches out along the length of the hose and conforms to uneven ground. It's lightweight, easy to rinse off, and folds up flat for storage. Having a support also protects your hose from sharp rocks and helps it last longer. Some campgrounds actually require you to keep your sewer hose off the ground, so this tool helps you stay compliant too. I keep mine in a dedicated bin with gloves, a clear elbow fitting, and disposable caps, so I'm always ready for hookup. Trust me, when you're dealing with something as important as the black tank, anything that makes the job cleaner and more efficient is worth its weight in gold. A cordless drill paired with a socket adapter is a total game changer when it comes to RV setup and maintenance. The obvious use is raising and lowering stabilizer jacks. It cuts the time and effort down to practically nothing. Just chuck in the correct socket size, squeeze the trigger, and you're done in seconds. But that's just scratching the surface. I've used my drill for installing shelving, replacing door latches, removing panels, and even venting fan upgrades. Get one with adjustable torque settings and variable speed, so you don't strip out soft wood or delicate fasteners. I recommend a compact model that can fit into tight RV spaces, but still has enough power to get the job done. Lithium-ion batteries are a must. They hold a charge longer and don't add as much weight. Keep a full set of driver bits, wood bits, and a couple of sockets in a small organizer, so you're never hunting for the right tool. I also carry a spare battery and charger, which I can run off an inverter if needed. This tool is about making life easier, and once you have it, you'll never want to crank stabilizers by hand again. If your RV isn't level, nothing feels right. Doors swing, the fridge stops working properly, and you feel off-kilter the whole time you're parked. That's where leveling blocks come in. These are stackable plastic pads that let you raise your RV's wheels to get everything nice and straight. I keep a couple of sets on hand, one for the tires and one for under the stabilizers or tongue jack when I'm towing. They're bright-colored, super tough, and designed to hold a lot of weight without cracking or shifting. I prefer the interlocking kind. They stack like Legos and let you build a custom height depending on how uneven the ground is. Setup is quick. Just drive up slowly, check with a bubble level, and adjust as needed. I also recommend keeping some grip mats underneath if you're on soft ground so they don't sink. The whole set fits in a tote, and I give them a quick rinse before packing them up. Leveling might seem minor, but it's one of those details that makes every stay more comfortable, and it keeps your appliances working the way they should. No matter how well you maintain your RV, eventually something will go wrong on the road. That's why I always carry a full emergency roadside kit. I built mine from scratch, so it includes everything I might need if I break down, get a flat, or run into trouble after dark. I've got heavy-duty jumper cables, reflective triangles, a bright LED flashlight with extra batteries, a compact tire inflator, and a multi-purpose tool. I also include work gloves, duct tape, zip ties, and a good length of paracord. There's a small first aid kit, some bottled water, and even a poncho for working in the rain. I pack it all into a weatherproof duffel and store it in my basement bay. If you want a simpler solution, there are pre-made kits out there, but I recommend customizing it to suit your RV and travel style. I've used mine not only to help myself, but also to assist other travelers. When you're miles from the nearest town and something goes sideways, being prepared makes all the difference. Peace of mind is priceless, and having the right tools on hand turns a crisis into a manageable hiccup. If I had to choose just one type of wrench to keep in the RV, it would be an adjustable one. Actually, I keep 3, small, medium, and large, because you never know what kind of bolt or fitting you're going to run into. The beauty of adjustable wrenches is flexibility. Whether you're tightening down a propane regulator, loosening a battery terminal, or fixing a leaky hose connection, these wrenches have your back. I've used mine under the sink, on the water heater, and even inside the generator compartment. The best ones have wide jaws, smooth adjustment wheels, and comfortable grips. Make sure you give them a light coat of oil now and then to keep them moving freely. I roll mine up in a soft tool pouch so they're easy to grab and stay organized. Unlike a full socket set, they don't take up much space, but they cover a wide range of tasks. They're not flashy, but they're dependable. And when you're dealing with a stubborn fitting on the side of the road, that's what really matters. All right, there you have it. My top 10 must-have tools every RV owner should carry. These are the exact tools I rely on day in and day out to keep my rig running smooth and my trips stress-free. I've learned over the years that it's not about carrying every tool under the sun. It's about carrying the right ones. With these in your kit, you'll be ready for the little fixes, the unexpected emergencies, and everything in between. If you're just starting out, don't feel like you need to buy everything at once. Build your toolkit over time and prioritize what fits your style of travel. And if you've got a favorite tool I didn't mention, drop it in the comments. I love hearing what other RV owners swear by. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on that bell so you don't miss any future videos. Safe travels, and I'll see you down the road.